Can eating certain fruits actually help you live longer? Are there people in certain places that live longer because they eat certain fruits consistently? While many foods can help you live longer, most people don't know that consistently eating 5 fruits every day can actually increase stem cell production and thereby dramatically increase lifespan. The following is the story of a vibrant 100-year-old couple and the fruits they eat daily and credit for their longevity.
Perhaps now would be a good time to break for some apple pies,
Martina whispered.
I'll get it,
Peter quipped, and he retracted himself from the couch and shuffled across to the kitchen with remarkable vigor for someone aged 103. I was a little taken aback. I pushed aside my college journals and asked Martina, still gazing in awe. Martina, I need to know, how are you both so vital and independent still? You are 101.
Love, yes, lots of luck too, and the apple pie also helps.
Apple pie? I was met with a patient, grandmotherly smile.
Peter dear, our guest here wants to know the secrets to our sorcery. Perhaps we can start with the fruits.
Martina called out to Peter with astonishing, mischievous clarity. Her head began to bob over her slightly stooped figure as she smiled expectantly. Peter took the cue as if he was completely familiar with where this conversation was headed.
An apple a day keeps a doctor away, doesn't it?
He came in carrying the pie tray. I noticed he had put aside his walking cane, skin rolling over his bent elbows like a waterfall.
We have given our doctors very little to do in 100-odd years.
Martina carried on. Peter put a giant slice of apple pie onto my plate.
Food is crucial. It is an opportunity. Every time you eat something, it could be restorative to your system or detrimental, depending on what you allow.
Martina began.
Dig in, it's from our own orchard. The apples are...
Hello now, my love. Let us give our guest a flourish of showmanship. Drum roll, please.
Peter interrupted. Martina chuckled, picked up a spoon from the table, and clinked the wine glass thrice.
Number 1, apples.
Peter continued.
Apples are easy, apples are handy, and apples are tasty, and apples are packed with health benefits. They contain something called chlorogenic acid, which is bioactive. This acid cuts off supplies to tumor cells, preventing angiogenesis. It also helps regenerate stem cells and boosts our blood circulation. You've of course heard of stem cells, haven't you? They have the unique ability to develop into many different cell types in the body, from muscle cells to brain cells. We demonstrably know that we have the ability to regenerate because our hair falls off and grows new once again, our gut lining is replaced, our skin repairs, and so on. This ability makes stem cells a key component in regenerative medicine, where they can potentially replace or repair damaged tissues and organs.
He looked towards Martina.
Whenever one of us gets really agitated, we turn to our good old apple pie to calm us down. Apples balance the sodium levels in our body, regulating our blood pressure.
Peter was getting a little out of breath with all his excitement, so Martina took over.
They are also brilliant for your metabolism since they activate the good brown fat which helps you reduce calories and contribute to weight management. And yes, eat it with the skin.
At this point, Peter reached out his palm and grazed Martina's cheek like a mischievous child. He added,
The skin of an apple has something called ellagic acid, which is a great antioxidant, preventing your skin from damage. Apples are a great source of dietary fiber, which supports digestive health, regulates blood sugar levels, and promotes feelings of fullness.
Oh no,
Martina had dropped some crumbs of the pie on her dress.
I am always the clumsy one.
She gasped. I noticed her dress, a lovely shade of red with blueberries painted all over. That is a beautiful dress, I said. She thanked me and looked down.
Why, yes, blueberries. That right there is our segue into number 2.
I was caught a little off guard by the enthusiasm of her mind. She continued,
My beloved blueberry is a potent powerhouse of nutrition and taste. You know where the blue comes from? It's a natural dye called anthocyanin. Nature boasts of art which we can only dream to achieve in futility.
She straightened out the creases at the edges of her dress.
This anthocyanin is an antioxidant that shields our DNA from damage and keeps our immunity strong. indispensable for fortifying our body's defenses. Aside from protecting our genetic material, they also reduce oxidative stress by maintaining the integrity of our cells. Also very useful for maintaining a healthy weight by boosting your metabolism, which is how I've been putting this dress on for 60 years now.
She finished with a giggle.
And I grow a little more plump around the waist every year. They say I should be shriveling now, but I keep missing the bus. Hey, maybe that is number 3. Plump. I mean plum. I love me some plums. And it's not just the taste, it's also the health perks. Plum is blessed with a bioactive called ferulic acid. It not only helps our circulation, but studies have clearly shown that it prevents neural degeneration. It helps us think clearer and keeps the dreaded neurological conditions at bay. It shields neural connections and sort of prohibits age-related decline. Brilliant for cognition. This is probably why I can always seem to work out where Martina hides the sweets. In one research study, ferulic acid was found to have a wide range of therapeutic properties, like anti-inflammatory, anti-atherogenic. That is, it prevents the buildup of plaques on the walls of the arteries, causing obstruction of blood flow. Also, this silly little fruit is chock full of vitamin C and vitamin K. It's been a century, but my Mareshka still glows like a baby.
Peter winked at me.
Vitamin C, pure and unfettered.
Peter unbuttoned a couple of his shirts and showed a lifetime of scars his body had accumulated.
These wounds have healed wonderfully well, haven't they? You could suppose my body is pretty good in their ability to form blood clots. Do you know what stimulates them? Vitamin K. Do you know where you can find them? Spoilers, these beautiful plums.
Suddenly, Martina drew herself near Peter and ran a finger down one of Peter's scars. They looked sad, and for the first time that evening, in a flashing moment, they looked old and worn. Martina buried her face in Peter's freckled chest, and the small frame of Peter suddenly grew large and contained Martina's silver head in his embrace.
It's okay, my peach. It's been decades. They can't hurt us now. I love you, my peach.
Peter whispered. My curiosity was naturally piqued, but I thought it was something dreadfully private and possibly beyond my understanding. So I took a digression into something more fun, latching onto an opening. So Peach, Martina, can Peaches be our number 4? Martina's sunken cheeks seemed to become full again as the crow's feet around her beaming eyes deepened. She chuckled sheepishly, knowing a smile, and her translucent eyelids shined. Peter looked gratefully at me, his sparse hair catching the wind. Martina spoke in a soft voice.
Peaches are blessed with legitimately life-saving polyphenols like chlorogenic acid and catechins. Studies have indicated that the polyphenols in peaches can reduce the proliferation of cancer cells without affecting normal cells. Peaches can also induce cell death in cancer cells, preventing them from multiplying. Do you remember we mentioned anti-angiogenic properties in apples? Well, peaches have them too, starving cancer cells of nutrition by cutting off blood supply to them. The yellow peaches are a little juicier than the white peaches, but the white ones have their fair share of goodness too. They are teeming with epicatechins, which, in addition to everything else, boosts cardiovascular health too.
Peter, meanwhile, had trudged to the cabinet and retrieved a wine from his lush cabinet.
We have a great conversation going. It's only fair we let some Pinot Noir make it better.
The fragrance spread throughout my nose as Peter poured me the royal wine.
So I take it you haven't guessed it yet?
It dawned on me. Number 5, grapes.
Attaboy.
Attaboy.
Martina and Peter both quipped simultaneously and then shared a sniggering, joyful laugh. Peter took charge.
Resveratrol, the quintessential anti-aging compound, and grapes are teeming with it.
He took a sip of the wine, and it was clear to me that he still found as much joy in it as he did whenever he must have tasted it for the first time.
Resveratrol activates SIRT1, a group of proteins associated with cellular regulation and longevity. SIRT1 helps repair DNA, regulates inflammation, and improves mitochondrial function. This helps slow down aging and inhibits the onset of age-related diseases. It also enhances the ability of cells to cleanse themselves, preventing the accumulation of damaged cells. On top of it all, it remains blessed with strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidative properties. And above all, it is a wonderful harbinger of good times.
We all laughed a hearty laugh and downed our glasses in one fell swoop. I reached to refill their glasses, but Martina interrupted gently.
Moderation, my love, my boy, it will get you far in life.
I took Martina's hand and smiled. It was a lovely evening, and every word I heard felt priceless to me. More wisdom was to come as we decided to take a stroll in their apple orchard. But this is all for you. Maybe I'll share the rest with you some other time. If you liked what you saw, please encourage us with your likes and comments. Subscribe to see more such knowledge wrapped in lovely little stories. And don't forget to hit the bell icon. You are watching NATURALdocTV.